Hi, today's date is Friday, May 28, 2021. For today's video source inspection, we have a fully refurbished 880 S model SRD. If you look closely, the top head is a 70 model, so it's an 880-70 combination. I'm due to confidentiality. I won't share my customer's identity with you, but they're in Arizona, and their PO number is 4200369118. So this was a project that's a little different. They had us refurbish their 270S model head and place it in this poly. They purchased the frame, the poly, and the 8-inch head, but it still goes through the same exact refurbishment process as their head did. They elected to do the SlickDevice S1 controllers. Their fab is fully upgraded. Their fab is top of the line. We have the light indicators as well that show that tool's in the ready position, and they also show when maintenance is needed, when the tool's running, you name it. So in the top chamber, we're running 6-inch full boat of wafers. Nitrogen is purging into the bowl. And down low, nitrogen is purging in the bowl. We're running 8-inch. And it looks like every other slot. So 12 wafers. We're going to show that this tool is ready for plug-and-play installation into our customer's fab. We're going to discuss our spare parts and service support, our refurbishment process, as well as some other equipment we can provide here at Sitek. So I'm going to try to do my best to start both of these off at the same time. Pretty close. Less than a second. Alright, so our recipe today is going to be a 60-second rinse followed by a 10-second purge where we speed up to 1800 RPMs into our dry one where we keep it fast for 90 seconds at 1800 RPMs before we slow it down for a 300-second dry 2 at 500 RPMs. The reason why we do the dry 1 at a faster speed is so we can sling all excess water off of the wafers and cassette while we heat up our blanket and heater cartridges. So let's begin. Every SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tools and break them down to the component level. From here, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as inspect all parts for function. Alright, so we're going into our purge. We're speeding up. If we look closer at the windows, the water is now starting to swirl in a circular motion on both. As we go through the recipe, there will be less and less droplets of water on these windows as we progress. Okay, about a minute and 20 seconds to go in dry 1, then we'll slow it back down. Once all parts are prepped, that's when we start building the SRD bare head assemblies from the ground up. That means no poly. Just remove the heads and we're going to build them up. The first QC checkpoint we like to call dry test. Dry quality control. Basically, we'll test and inspect the SRDs for full function, but we won't have facilities installed yet. So we make any adjustments necessary before moving on to our next point, which we call wet test. Also a wet QC checkpoint for quality control. This is where we test and inspect all parts and the SRDs for full function with facilities installed. While all this is going on, if we need to build poly, we do have a poly shop on site. So we're working on that and getting the frame set and prepared to set the heads in the SRDs for our last QC checkpoint. Final test. What you see before you today. Final configuration means this is exactly how the SRD is going to look installed in our customer's fab. So about 10 seconds and we're going to slow down. And when you slow down, some of the drops are just going to kind of whoop, just droop down, and there's going to be even less water on the windows. Alright, we're slowing down, and as you see, boom, droplets are dropping. We have less than 20 droplets of water now after beginning this recipe. Pretty impressive. So in final test, we don't just film this video source inspection and say see ya. Some customers like to approve their tools before we ship. And this video is a great tool for them to be able to do so without stepping foot in Sitek, especially with all the COVID-19 protocols. By the way, we are all masked up at Sitek. I just take it off for the video so you can hear me better when I discuss what we do and the condition of our customers' tools. Lastly, we'll run over 50 various process recipes, different speeds, different times. This is what we call burn-in testing. This ensures that the SRDs are 100% ready for plug-and-play installation into our customers' fabs. Okay, we have about 4 minutes left in the recipe. They have a pretty long dry here. Let's talk about spare parts and service support. So in addition to our refurbishment service, we provide 100% of the spare parts and repair services necessary to upkeep your semi-tool SRDs. But that's not all. We're also the OEM for Vertex spin richer dryers now. We purchased this product line from Martech a couple of years back. So if you have any questions on those, we're also a great person to call. Our phone number is 916-797-9000. We'll connect you with the proper sales rep to make sure that we can answer any questions on parts, repairs, or equipment you need for your fab. To see our complete catalog, visit www.sitekprocess.com. From our website, you can submit a formal RFQ there, or you can email us directly. Our direct email is sales@sitekprocess.com. Okay, 3 minutes left. Now you know all the ways to get a hold of Sitek. If you have any desire to see some of our other equipment, just browse our YouTube channel. We also have a full training video on our SlickDevice controllers that are being used on this tool by our company president, Jim Mullaney. That is very thorough, and you can really see everything that they can do. So let's talk about repairs. In addition to refurbishments, we repair controllers such as 101s, 102s, 228s, and 328s. We repair motors, brush type or brushless. Doesn't matter if it's 110 or 220. We rebalance rotors, and we also repair the servo amps, also known as the motor controllers, the LC4 and LC5 models. All these parts I mentioned are the larger components for the SRDs, and we can provide in new or refurbished condition. Ask your sales rep for more specific information. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Let's list off some parts we can provide. 100%, like I said, start switches, stop switches, door switches, windows, door seals, heater cartridge, heater blanket, anti-static module, N2 filter, ACR valve, solenoid valve, tach sensors, rotor stop positioners, and any other part you could think of on this SRD. 100% spare parts and service. We are the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service. So before we get into equipment, obviously I mentioned the Vertex. Please note that we do full system refurbishments on Vertex 1600 and 1800 SRDs in addition to our semi-tools. So you know about our refurbishments, you know about our spare parts support, you know how to reach us. There's other equipment we can provide at Sitek. Obviously 4, 5, 6, 8, 12-inch SRDs, we can provide those. But let's move on. Box washers are something we can provide. This includes the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030. Mask cleaners including K and S and Ultra T models. We can provide metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We provide barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, as well as a variety of microscopes. I'm sure there's several other tools I miss. Let's go ahead and share our website again because our full equipment catalog is there, www.sitekprocess.com. We do have a couple spray solvent tools available right now as well. That's one thing I did not mention. So we have 30 seconds left. Once the clock strikes 0 on the controller, still not safe to open the door. The rotor stop positioner in the back of the tool, which we call an RSP for short, needs to fire in the cassette into the 12 o'clock position. From there, we need to make sure the door seal has released all air or deflated. And once that occurs, we're able to open the door, or in the SlickDevice's case, we can acknowledge on the screen before opening the door that the recipe is complete. So if we look at the controller in 1 second, boom, we're braking. This is our cue for our operators in the fab. Don't open the door yet. It even says please wait. Smartest controller on the market. So for the first one, I'll hit acknowledge. So boom, the ready light's on. Now For the second one, I'll just open the door. Opening the door is the other way of acknowledging, and the way that most people in the fab will probably do this. So, warm nitrogen purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is good. You don't want your bowl to be bone dry. Wafers and cassette are dry, and the cassette is also warm to the touch. So when I open the bottom head, the door, our acknowledgement screen will clear. Okay, so boom, it cleared. Now it's safe to pull out our lot. Warm nitrogen purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water also in the bowl. Wafers are dry, as is the cassette, which is warm to the touch. Okay, so this was a successful recipe. Our customer in Arizona is going to be very happy. If you want to do more deep diving into our SlickDevice controllers, please visit our YouTube channel. Look for the video of Jim Mullaney's train video on the SlickDevice controller. It's about 20 or so minutes long. He goes through every screen. The manual mode is a maintenance technician's dream. Not only does the SlickDevice tell you when you have an error and where to look to fix it, as it's the smartest controller there is on the semi-tool market, it also has anti-static monitoring, heater element monitoring, and you can even do motor calibration as well. So Jim goes through all of that. It's a great video, very thorough, and please call us if you have any questions or if you need any parts or service. We're happy to help. Thanks for watching.